Welcome back, everybody. Randy's done here. It's been a little bit, but I apologize for that. A lot of things going on, lots of just madness with the whole virus thing and me and what I've been dealing with and going through and just issues and even trying to make a video and thinking of it and just a whole shooting match of stuff. I'll get into it coming up very soon, but right now I got something quick for you. And what I'm talking about, it's wah for me, but there's actually a happy ending, let's put it that way, on how everything's turning out and how everything's going. But I actually just want to kick this out quick and get something out, because it has been a little bit, and basically a simple radio. My dad's General Electric, had it for years. In fact, we had this back when I was a kid. And simple. All it's doing, got it hooked up, turn it on, kick at the radio, and it's doing nothing. Oh, yeah, that way.
The guiding philosophy of every client.
And that's what it's doing. Get on a good station.
Times like right now, we understand that hardships may arise, and we're prepared to help. If you currently and need assistance with your mortgage, 24/7.
It's very touchy.
As we all think about ways to save money, let me remind you that mortgages are near historic lows. If you think right now is the right time to finance your mortgage,
actually, it's not bad. Usually, it's really scratchy and everything else. And if I show you the back, I mean, it's just going to be kind of a pain in the real nuts just to get it apart. I mean, you got your probably 4 to 6 screw holes. Pull them out. You're going to have the insides and then getting at it and everything else. I'm hoping that I got a shortcut, because is what it is. Basically, all the problem is, hopefully, is a dirty potentiometer. Hopefully. So, I got two options here. I can use, this is the deoxit, or this stuff actually is deoxid, whatever, all the same type of stuff. Even gonna give it a try of this. And the one reason I want to use the F5 is it has, well, it's in a can, so it's gonna have a little bit of oomph to it instead of just dripping it in. This, I'll hopefully be able to dribble it down the stem of the potentiometer and let it run down inside. That's the whole thing with potentiometers. They're actually sealed up. So to get inside of them, there's usually a little tiny hole, or even on some brands and that, you even kind of got to make your own hole, because you just can't get on the inside of them. And when they're working over the years, back and forth, you are rubbing on that carbon track, and you're just dirtying it up, and it's just the way things go, you know. Don't matter how clean you keep it, it's going to get dirty. This is my made-up deoxit, just mineral spirits, which is a type of like clean, and it cleans and goes away agent, and then the deoxit or deoxid, whatever you want to call it, inside of it. And I'm going to try to dribble that down, but like I said, I'm going to try the F5. Now, the thing with the F5 is 5 means that's 5% pure deoxid, like liquid, compared to I know there's I think it's the F20 or whatever 20, D20 maybe, that's what it is. That's 20%. It's that compared to mineral spirits or the cutting agent is all it is. That's what the numbers mean. The 100 is pure legit stuff, and I mean, you're talking big money for that. So, and ridiculous money. Now, the stuff does work very well, but I mean, that's a lot of money to be throwing at something. So I am gonna try, yeah, there it is. It was fighting me. So here, the oxid, I just put it inside here, you know, and I got it written somewhere here on what the percentage makeup is. You can see it just has a little bit of a tint to it. Got the camera on the other side. I hope everything's not backwards for you guys. But I mean, just this alone, I mean, this, and this is like, I can't squeeze that. Hardly squeeze that. It's so like stiff. The plastic is and thick. So I mean, there is not a lot there, and that was like $6-7. So the pure, the real 100% is very, very expensive. So I'm gonna do this, the dribble kind first. I'll try to bring you guys in. I'm gonna get this unplugged so you can see what I'm doing, and get it in there. It's going to be so hard to see it, though, to be honest with you. It's even going to be hard for me to see it. And everything's backwards. So we'll get it here. And I'm just going to try to dribble it down inside. Just down the stem, really. See, I'm dribbling it everywhere else but there. Let me suck this up. I'll lean it back this way. Let it run right down the stem. And hopefully this will be a shortcut to the other way to do it, which is taking it apart. You don't know what's going to be connected to the back and be connected inside, and it's just, I like shortcuts, especially if hopefully it makes a short video and it works. That's the whole key. Where did I put the knob? Because I do want to spin it a couple times back and forth, just hopefully it's down. And as I'm doing that, I'm kind of taking the shaft and moving it, putting pressure on each little side. Hopefully it'll kind of work around inside there and work down through where it's kind of sealed up through the top. As I'm spinning it, it's kind of hard to really explain the whole deal, but it's definitely really loosened that up. Now, that doesn't mean that it got down inside there or anything, but wow, that made a big difference. Though for it spinning, that doesn't mean, again, that it's going to take out. Just the biggest thing that I tried to show you there, turning it on, was the static. When you turn it, and you'll turn it halfway up, and it'll be really, really silent, and all of a sudden, you can even push down or pull up on it, or even just put a little pressure on a little side. All of a sudden, like the speakers kick in the boost, and it's like blaring you out. So that's exactly what it's doing. That's a lot of times, that's what it is. Just a dirty potentiometer, a dirty volume knob. So, down here. I mean, there's no way that would have done that before. So it's pretty neat that loosened it up like that. Let me back you out, and oh my god, it's so tough with the everything up here on the opposite side and backwards for me. I mean, I have a hard enough time, as you know, doing everything. It's just having the video going and all that. I can only focus on one menial task at a time, and that's just something that, not that I've always dealt with. I actually used to be very much the opposite till I started having issues. But I'll turn it on, see what happens here. Static. But see if I can find something. Are you kidding me? So it worked. I think it really worked. Swore I just heard static there. But even the stereo light, wow, it really did. It really actually worked. Like, I thought I might get lucky and end up, then if I popped it off again and shot this down inside where the stem comes out, I might push accidentally more than less some of this into maybe what's laying there and just get lucky. That actually worked, just dribbling it down the stem. Like you say, you look down in there and you can't, oh, a little, oh, that would have helped knowing that if I would have pulled that out in the first place, getting it in there. But get this cleaned up on the inside. This actually had some dirt, and I was trying to use the tweezers down in there to clean it out. It just wasn't working out. But having this out, I'll try to squeeze a little bit more in there, and wow, we might have success for once. I actually have a bunch of videos in the rack that just are total fails. It's been a total fail fest lately that it's not even worth, whoa. First off, they're boring, and second off, they go nowhere. Like, into problems that I couldn't even remotely figure out, and yeah, it's been kind of a fluster for me lately. Just done a bad, let's suck that back up, and again, there. And now we can put it back together. So, oh, I can't believe that really worked. Like, there's no way, I wasn't even gonna bother trying it because there's no chance. I mean, it is definitely, it's a lot crisper, the music. I haven't heard it like crackling or staticking or nothing like that. Now that's going on a lot tougher than it. How come it's can't be on right? But yeah, even having a little bit of dirt and grime that gets down inside here when you're pushing or turning on the knob over time, I mean, you're just grinding all that in there too, you know, even the stuff that's under here. So it's just even good to have that cleaned up. All right, I want it to turn down, and I'm gonna go right to, if I was really paying attention, I would have took a mental note, or it just totally marked where this was here. And again, just moving it around back and forth. But I mean, it's not staticky or nothing. I mean, it really actually totally worked. So that's awesome. Yeah, that's about it. That's the video. Success for once. Unlike what I was dealing with earlier, I had to scope out and everything, and I couldn't get nothing to work. Had this Sega, I think it's an old Genesis power cord, and it's supposed to, you know, put up 9 volts DC, and I had it on the scope, and I was getting a ripple to it, and it was just a nightmare. I just couldn't. It was a big fail, let's put it that way. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Now this thing is really like acting like a new knob. Give it a new life. That's crazy I'm just cheating, really. I'm just trying not to tear it apart, because I know it more than likely I'll tear it apart. It won't be the knob or the potentiometer. It'll be something else that I'll never be able to figure out, and then I'll just end up having to get Dad another radio. And I mean, I even asked to fix the antenna, and he's like, nope, don't worry about it, just leave it. I'm like, I got plenty of fine looking antennas laying around here. Nope, it's totally fine. I'm like, it's just, you gotta pull the bolt out of there, the screw out, and well, there's little spacers, but I mean, I got a bunch of them laying around. I got one right here. You know, this is a screw-in type. This screws into it's a little bit different than this one. It's missing the eye hole. But anyways, yeah, success, and hope everyone's being very safe out there dealing with what we're going through. That's part of my issue. I mean, come on, you gotta be kidding me. You've got 2 inches right now of snow sitting out in my backyard. It's May 8th. I mean, are you kidding me? We got 2 inches of freaking snow, and it just so happens that possibly nobody knows, but they think they might know that the weather warming up could help, or this or that, and so this year we're gonna have snow in May. I mean, I'm just so frustrated and bent out with everything, as you could tell from my last couple videos, and I do apologize for that, for some of the language I use, even with the Lord's name and that, and I just got to calm down a little bit. So that's something I'm working on. I hope you guys got to enjoy this and are being somewhere where you're safe or back to work or whatever, or hopefully soon getting back to work and get back to normality. Again, that's not even my issue. I got other issues. Everyone's got issues. Who doesn't, though? I mean, it's everyone. There's always, don't matter what you got. You could have tons of money, you're still going to have issues, or no money, or the perfect life. You still got stresses, issues. It's the way it goes, you know? It's how you deal with it. So I hope everyone's just having a good old time out there. And I really appreciate you guys stopping by, checking me out, throw me a like, subscribe. Comments actually are awesome. I love comments too. I think you guys know that by now. I absolutely try to get on every comment, knowing that it's nice that when you don't have, like everyone, I hear a lot of people say, it's hard to keep up with a, not me. I get about one a week, so I can't complain. It's nice though, it lets you know I just try to loosen these up for them too. Hopefully a little shot. I know for a fact that these weren't that tight going back, and they are loosening up. Get them on the bottom here, and seems like every time too I even have on the side here a thing of notes. These the spray might work a little better if I can get the nozzle to go, yeah, to get just past this, the little slits. There it goes. It's hard for me to see. Just a little splash. And then work it in. There it goes. And work them back and forth. And that'll make a world of difference to them. And the thing with that's nice about any of the deoxit type, it's not a cleaner, it's a cleaner, and it also leaves behind the lubricating agent. That's the other nice thing about the deoxit. So technically you would do a cleaner, then like a contact cleaner, then you want to use this afterwards. But like I said, I didn't know. I didn't think it would even work. So I mean, that's awesome. That's pretty sweet. These are loosening up. It'll just take some time on them. You know, actually I could show you exactly. So if, say, I know I've seen this actually quite a bit. Say you got knobs that are just, or not knobs, it's not a knob, a volume knob for say, it's a slide. Well, give me a second and I'll show you exactly what them are. Here we go. This is all they are, and it just depends how big or small. They're just little sliding contacts that are pretty much, again, potentiometers. They're just not round. They're little sliding resistors, really, that slides down. It's kind of similar to this thing here, which I don't think that video will get produced. But you got 3 contacts on it, okay? This is where the tab is here on my fingers. This is a rheostat. Rheostats have actually only 2 tabs. This has 3, so technically you'd call it a resistor. Or, yeah, a resistor. A potentiometer. Oh. And it's got actually ceramic around the outside. Again, this is another type of one. This is one that I rigged up from, I think it came out of a furnace. Had been something that was, it was so you dampen, but it's 4 ohms all the way to 0. and it's where your slider is on. Basically, you got 10 or 4. I'll say. I saved it by just putting a screw into the back, and your 2 contacts come out the back on this one. This one actually is like total jerry-rig job, but this I had to put the tape around it because I know for a fact I would drop it, and with it being like a hard ceramic plaster, it would easily break and shatter. And these things are not cheap, and I actually got it off a component that I have, so I don't want to buy one. And this one's perfect. It's 10 ohms to 0, and basically here it is. So it's the wire wrappings, they're wound down and through the ceramic, and the further away you get from where the base is, so this is our base right here where my thumb is, here's our tab as we go up through. So this, if we're down over here, I'll mark it red so it shows up a little better. Hopefully it shows up good for you guys. And I'll put a little gold on, just on, it's not gonna make a difference. Oh, that's another video I'm doing, if I get time and get around to it, is 5-volt charger down to actually it's 4.1. And it actually cuts out and everything perfect. That's why I got it just set up onto this, so I could test it and see when it cuts out. So basically for a lithium ion, because lithium ion you don't want to go over 4.2. And then by judging, or by changing out the 2 diodes, they're just 2.6 diodes. By changing out, there's other ones that are 0.7, 0.5, 0.6. By doing whatever combination you want or have, that's how you're going to get your voltage drop. So that's why you see all these. Sorted them out and marked them all out. Again, this is supposed to be a whole video that I'll probably never get done. But anyways, so you're way over here. All that wire that's wrapped through here and not touching, that's the key, is it's all wrapped down through. So if you stretched it all out, we'll say it's like 100 feet of wire, and it's 10 ohms all the way to the end. And then if you go about halfway, it's not quite 5 on this one, but it almost is. So you can vary it, and you go, the closer you get to down your other contact, because again, this is just your wiper, that's 0 ohms. The only issue is if you start putting a lot of amps, because you're going to build up the amps as you lower the ohms, you're going to create a shorter span for that heat to dissipate, and you could end up getting it too hot, getting it red hot, and burning out the wire links here, you know. It's probably nichrome wire. So that's about how it is. That's how this is. Very similar, except for the wire that this uses. This doesn't have wire, it just has a carbon track inside of it, and basically like a carbon resistor, the carbon's made up